Welcome, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate everybody showing up. Looks like we've got 4 people in the chat. Turn my audio off over there. All right, let's see. Who do we got in here? Thompson RC, thank you for stopping by. Hannah, we got Hannah in here. Pokerossi. Looks like that's it so far besides myself. All right. Well, I'm going to try to make this Tuesday live stream every Tuesday moving forward. It's around 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time here in Arizona, which was 5 p.m., I believe, out on the East Coast. And we're going to roll with that one for a little bit. I know there's other people that like to do their lives too. So looking at trying to keep this around 2 hours. If it's rolling, and then we're gonna keep going, I guess, and till everybody walks out on me. Thank you, Pokerossi, for sharing me out. I appreciate you, brother. A lot has changed over the last 2 weeks. My channel did get monetized. I have down on the bottom corner, I think it's over here somewhere. You know, people can join my memberships. There's different levels. I did a video on it released it yesterday about the different levels. Still working on some details on, you know, what people will get for, you know, I do have it set. It's going to be about after 3 months of having a membership, you know, we'll roll into sending out kind of like a prize package to everybody that has been a member for the 3 months. And then probably going to do something again at the 6-month mark, and then it'll be an annual type thing. Depending on the level of membership you get would be the amount of SK Hobbies merch that you would get. I've got a lot in the works. New t-shirts. These are my old t-shirts from last year that have my SK Hobbies logo on it. I have my new logo that I'm going to be promoting out, and with the new logo comes new merchandise. Even like my little water bottles that I got now has my logo on it. Everything else, I guess I do have a Teespring store, which on any of my videos is now displayed below the video of that. Although Teespring's kind of expensive, so I'm going to try to reduce that cost some by actually making the merchandise myself. Like I made these t-shirts, I made that water bottle, drink koozies, I've made those. Even the Thompson knows about it because I got him one, but I got RC lanyards for the RC folks. And I do have stickers. I just don't have any with me right now on my new stickers. So I'll be getting those and then get some sent out to everybody. Aaron P., welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I got new things coming to the channel. I had a couple of new RCs sent back here. They're, I can show you guys the box of one. They're not unboxed yet, but these are little 124 scale monster trucks. So this is the FMS Smasher 2. There's 2 different types with these ones. They've got the blue. Let's see if I can get it with the light not shining. Blue, and then we have these red ones. So I got one of each. I'm gonna be doing an unboxing video on them and talking a little bit about them, and then we're gonna play with them. And then after that, we might be doing some upgrades. And we'll see how we're going that way. Jeremy T's in the house. Welcome in, Jeremy T. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. See, some of the other things is I don't have, you know, I'm not set up like everybody else's channel yet. I'm still working on some of that stuff, but there's definitely like for new memberships. I'm going to do a video for that. If anybody leaves any of the super chats or super stickers, I'm going to get a video done up for those. So we'll be getting that rolling in. So I have that. We may be doing an additional live stream. If nobody's doing, we might do just some random pop-up live streams. This one's kind of like, we'll call it I call it panel talk because I really don't have I'm not doing any wrenching or anything. So we're going to be doing just talking. If somebody wants to jump up and come up on the panel and talk with me, I will be putting that link out if anybody's interested in doing that, and we can chat about what's going on in the YouTube world or whatnot. Let's see, what else we got? Yeah, so I don't know, let's go to the chat. What's everybody up to today? How's everybody's Taco Tuesday going? It's like we got 5 people in the stream. It's kind of, I got 8 thumbs up. That's awesome. Thank you everybody for giving me that thumbs up. Don't forget to share me out. That helps with the analytics and bringing people in. I know some people Hannah told me she shared me out. Pokerossi shared me out. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, Pokerossi, I love you, brother. Thank you so much. You are my first ever donation to the channel. You rock. I appreciate everything you do. This is where I would insert that little thank you super chatter video that I don't have yet, but I'm getting one working, and we'll get that done. But I really appreciate you. Thank you, Pokerossi. You are awesome. Fonzie's RC's in the house. How are you doing, brother? Appreciate being up on that live stream at Nitros with you and chit-chatting. That was awesome. Thank you for stopping by. Thompson, you've been working on getting that engine ready to pull. Yeah, that's going to be a definite project for you. I don't envy you at all, but like you said, at least it's not a Chevy. All right, let's see here if I can figure this out. Do that. Copy that, and then all right, I just dropped the link. If anybody's interested in coming up on the panel, would be awesome. Oh, hello, Marcia. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Your live streams have always been amazing. And everybody that comes in there, I think I gained like 8 subscribers today just being in there. Hopefully those subscribers stick. You got a really great community over there. It's awesome. I would say everybody that's not subscribed to Mayhem and Miracles, subscribe. But I think everybody in here knows who Masha is. And all right. Let me see here. Can I pin that? There it goes. I got it pinned to the top. So that should work for everybody there. All right. Yes, feel free to drop everybody's links. Yep. I have no issues with that. Definitely work on getting everybody connected. Jeremy, you're still at work? That sucks, brother. my work day just got over with. I finished my last meeting right before the stream and jumped on and got this live going. We got 9 people watching. I appreciate everybody for coming in. We got 8 thumbs up. Yeah, it looks like Hannah's telling Jeremy not to work too hard. Definitely don't want that going on. Yeah. All right. So, what kind of topics you guys want to talk? You guys got any questions about it? I know that there's several people in here that are not in the RC realm. Is it you guys got any questions about the RCs? Anything you guys want to know? You want to see an RC? I can show you guys some of my other. I made a lot of this stuff up because I am part of a huge RC bash group called the AZ RC Bashers here in Arizona. They've got, I think we're just shy of 5,000 members to this RC community. And the on average, we're getting about 100 to 125 people that show up to our bash events. Our bash season starts in October, and we do one weekend bash a month from October all the way to April. We did do one in May one year, but now this last year it was way too hot in May. And so I go set up a booth out there and stuff like that. And so I've actually even made some different koozies just for my channel. Like, I got these purple ones, say SK Hobbies AZ on them. I've got blue ones. I've got different, like this has got white, got some, that's more like a gray. I did have some chrome looking ones, but I don't think I got any, but I got like green ones that's got the silver on it. Oh yeah, here's some of the chrome looking ones right here. So it's more shiny. Got that chrome look. See, Fonzie, I've checked out a couple of your videos. You got some pretty cool things. Oh yeah, I appreciate it. The put a lot of work into them. They're all lined up right here. And then this is my crawler section over here. This is my basher section right there. And then all of my small ones, they all set right up here. All of my 24 scales. The let's see here. Yeah, and these are all the lanyards I bring out, and I've been selling these ones. Got all kinds of different colors that I make up. But yeah, Corner Clubhouse in the building. What's up there, Corner? Appreciate you coming in. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, so that's just some of the, the SK Hobbies merch that I've put together here over the last year. I got my own vinyl cutter, which is, I guess on the screen, it would be right here behind my water bottle. Be right over there. So I got one of those, the Circuit Maker 3s. So I cut my own vinyl, and I pretty much ironed on all of my own stuff. I made hoodies. Matter of fact, why don't you guys hold up? I'll go grab one so you guys can see what I did on these hoodies. right, I did pullover hoodies for my kids, and then like my wife's got one that's got kind of like a rose gold logo on it, but this one's mine, where I did the SK Hobbies logo in white, put the good old American flag on the sleeve, and then on the front, I did a smaller logo on the front, and of course, put my name on there. So me and the wife, you know, we like the zip up style hoodies. All my kids like those pullover ones. So I got a bunch of those pullover ones done up for them. So eventually I'll probably do some of that on the channel too. At least put that up on the, figure out how I'm going to actually put them up for sale if anybody wants to buy them. I did have a web page for the longest time. I still own the domain name, but it just became a lot of work between social media, this, and my normal job. I'm trying to maintain it all. So I let the web page kind of go away for a little while. We'll eventually get that that back up and running again. And we're just concentrating on the YouTube and the rest of social media. I do have a Facebook page. Maybe I could put them up on my Facebook. And if anybody's interested in that, my Facebook is down in, I believe it's in the description. No, it is not in the description, but I know if you go to my About tab, it is, the link is there that you can find me in the on Facebook. I think my Instagram's down there too. I got TikTok. I just really don't like TikTok too much. I did some stuff on that, but it seems like the Instagram reels, I get a lot more. Hot Rod 67 in the house. Welcome in, brother. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. But yeah, so I don't know, maybe I could do something on in my Facebook. I'm putting them up for sale if anybody wants to buy them, and then I can mail them and ship them out that way. Just got to figure out. I know, like, if I go overseas to anybody, that could end up being a little bit expensive. So I got to figure that out on how I would do that. It's like everybody in the chat saying hi to Hot Rod. Oh, there you go, Pogarossi. Thank you for sharing that out. Yeah, so that's my Facebook. I do have in the process of starting. It's already kind of built. My kids are a little bit more, I guess, more friendlier with the Discord app. But I do have a Discord, and they've gone in and created actually a Discord for SK Hobbies AZ that we're still working through. It's going to end up for my members that join my memberships and stuff like that. We will get out a link in Discord for them to join in on social media and be able to chat in my Discord with me at any time or chat amongst themselves. I've been working on that. My kids know a heck of a lot more than I do when it comes down to that stuff. So they're the ones that are going to figure it out and show me how all that works. But I do have Discord. I think I talk with Thompson on it every once in a while. It's good times. It's like we still got 10 in the building. Thanks for everybody for stopping by. I guess it's not bad for 19 minutes. That's about my average for my my chats is about 10. I think I got up to 12 last time in the chat at one time. But on average, I get about 9 to 10 in my chat, and that's pretty good for me for, you know, starting out. I'm not really I haven't really been doing these lives that long. I've done a couple of lives in the past, and I know Thompson's been in there. He's been a big supporter of my channel from, you know, back, I think before I had 50 subscribers when I met him. And, you know, he pretty much kept me conversating in my chats. I did a lot of wrenching videos, how-to stuff we were working on. I had a couple of friends in the RC come over wanting to wrench on theirs, so we went live doing that. probably going to get back to doing some of that. I know I got some projects that I've got lined up to work on. I've got my buddy from Derek from Derek's AZRC. I have his Mojave that I got to strip completely down and rebuild it all the way from the ground up. I'm going to replace all the hardware with stainless steel hardware in it, and we're going to see if we can get this thing to last longer than one bash for him. So we're working on that. Yes, sir, Hot Rod. Anytime you get 10 people is good. Oh, Poker, you sent me a Facebook friend request. All right. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. I think I got you. Hannah, and see Hannah's on there. All right. I accepted all of those. You guys got me on Facebook too. So yes, Fonzie, 10 continuous numbers are good. Yeah, I've been staying, around there. Sometimes it'll drop a little bit lower. I think like my first couple of live streams, there was only like 3 people in them last year. So it was crazy. Yeah, if you guys have not checked out, he's a really good friend of both Thompson and mine. And I noticed Thompson just dropped his link. So this guy wears his heart on his sleeve. He's an amazing person. And especially the way he does his YouTube videos, this guy should be on television, wouldn't you think, Thompson? He gets up close and personal and talks to you, and he does amazing things. Like there's this kid that was watching his channel, and he just out of the blue emailed Derek and said, "I like everything you do." And so Derek had messaged him back, and they messaged back and forth. And now we're saying, I think this kid was like, what, 8 or 9, Thompson? He built the kid I think it was a Titanic painted body that looked like the Titanic. And it was I think it's a Traxxas Slash. And he drove all the way out to, it's about 45 miles from where we live. Yeah, drove all the way out to East Mesa and spent 5.5 hours and worked with this guy to build this kid in his garage, built it all up, and he recorded it all and posted it on YouTube, painted it up. And the kid's name is Abel, and he is just a sweet, amazing boy. And but that's things that Derek does. CK Hobbies in the house. G Carter's in the house. Welcome in, guys. See more people rolling in. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you guys. But anyways, Derek has done does stuff like that. Christmas time, this guy buys all kinds of RCs. Primarily last year, he did all these Red Cat RCs, and he bought a bunch of them and gave them out to friends and family. And he bought them for kids in the neighborhood, and then he goes and films them playing with them. And then whenever they have any problems, they comes back and he fixes them. He's just an awesome guy. He's had some downness in his life recently. He's just now he's working 12-hour days, and he doesn't have really time for himself. So his channel's just kind of been put on the side for now. And he's got like 380 or 89 subscribers, and he had more subscribers than both me and Thompson this time last year. And it just shows you the progression that both me and Thompson have done over the last year on our channels. But we've been still here at it, and he hasn't been. So I will definitely be getting him on one of my lives eventually. I might be doing a weekend live down the road here where he's here, and he'll be able to come in and say hi to everybody. So whenever I figure that out and find out when he can be here, I definitely let you guys know. King's RC is in the house. What's up, King's RC? Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you, sir. Oh, you just hit 58? Just hit 58 with the King Holler. Yeah, you and Gems, you guys are just going to have to battle that stuff out, aren't you? Pogarossi, I appreciate you for subscribing to Derek's channel. You should watch some of his stuff. He is just an amazing guy. And he's got a demented attitude sometimes. Some of his stuff is really dark in what he does. He has multiple personalities. It's just amazing. And it's fun to watch. It keeps you on your toes. Anybody like, I'm sure CK Hobby Shop and Gems RC probably have seen Derek before. Back when Poor Boys did the Tamiya lunchbox, the speed challenge on the Tamiya lunchbox earlier this last year. Derek was in that challenge, and he was doing pretty good in it. So that was really, I think, the last couple of videos he has is all on that. It's definitely definitely good. He started that channel off in the Tamiya world. Like the Tamiya lunchbox, I believe, is his first build, and then he started building other ones, and then he started getting modifications to them. Started doing his own modifications. He made this awesome for his wife, but it was a midnight pumpkin. He put slicks on it, and he made his own custom wheelie bar coming off the back, utilizing a Traxxas. It was the Traxxas X-Max wheelie bar that he modified to fit on the back of his midnight pumpkin. And that's what he was. Oh, that thing was freaking awesome looking. I think he changed the wheels out on it to smaller wheels, but it did really good. Gems Hobbies, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Yep. Yeah, we still got 10 in the chat. 11 thumbs up. Appreciate it. Actually, that just marks a milestone because I get one more thumbs up. That is the most thumbs up I've got on my live stream while my live's going on. So if you haven't hit that thumbs up, hit that thumbs up and get me to 12 and be awesome. It's not over till the fat lady sings. You tell him, Gems. Or no, actually, that was CK. CK, you tell him. You tell him. I'm going to love to see that going out there. Oh, 13. Yep. So there we go. We just beat my record. Yeah, most of the time I get about, we're at 14 now. I'm seeing it tick up. It's like watching the lottery over here. So yes. So I was averaging 10 but I never got more than that 10. And then the last live stream I got 11. And now we're setting at 14. That's freaking amazing, guys. You guys are awesome. You rock. I appreciate you guys. Yep. Some of my other normals haven't even popped in yet. One of my mechanic, Alan, that works for me, he's probably still at work. We will see what he's doing. If we hear the dogs go off, that's him texting me back. That's my work phone. You'll get more. Oh, yes, I know, Pokerossi. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about the numbers anymore. I hit my main milestone. I wanted to get, it didn't matter whether I was tier 1 or, tier 2 monetizing. I just wanted to get to that tier 1 monetizing just to say that I got monetized. That was a goal for me. Not for the fact I need the money or I need to do any of it. When it comes out to, hitting that milestone, I got monetized, and now I just move forward from it. Memberships, guys buying memberships, that would be awesome. Not even really concerned about the super chats. I mean, who is? I mean, money's money. So when it comes down to it, I just want to have a good time. And so being able to do this socializing thing, I think I can do this a little bit more. And, I got new content coming. Matter of fact, Thompson, the company you were telling me about on the phone yesterday and everything, I emailed them. They emailed me back. We're in communications right now. And it looks like it might be some new additions coming for this little crawler once we get all the details worked out. But I have to get this bad boy cleaned up. It's all dusty right now. It's been setting up on the shelf for a while, but this is the Traxxas TRX-4M Mini. This is the Defender model, and they're interested in if I'll do some content on that. So that might be something cool for the future here. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. See, I'm missing some comments here. Don't forget, Brad Coleman should be live tonight at 9:30. I won't be on that long, Jims. I'm planning on trying to cut this at 2 hours. I don't really need to go live very long, to keep the chat rolling for, till then. And then, I did drop the link. If any of you guys want to jump in, the link should be pinned to the top. If you guys want to come in and jump up on the panel with me and we can talk, that's awesome. But yeah, we'll definitely jump in that other live at 9 tonight. See, Fonzie RC says, congrats on that. Thank you. Posted my original Hilux a few ago for Tamiya Tuesday. Yes, I saw that you posted. I've not gone and looked at that yet. I will when we're done here. And then Pogarasi, same here with monetizing. Yeah, I just wanted to hit that milestone. I don't really care if I have a big channel. I kind of agree with all of you guys. Having a big channel, how am I going to keep track of the chat? I mean, I got to rely on all my moderators to keep me up to speed on what's going on, because you got 100, 150 people in your chat. Some of the channels I follow in the RC community are big channels like Scale Builders Guild and the CCXRC, and then you have Harley Designs. I watch all that stuff for the scale side of the world, and CCXRC, especially on my little mini crawlers. You follow all those guys and you look at their chats, you can't get an edge in the conversation anyway. How do you recognize that many people? I was in their live stream for Scale Builders Guild and Harley Designs live stream takeover last Wednesday, and there was 740 people in the live stream. How do you pay attention to that? I don't know. I couldn't imagine, having a live stream that big and Nitro trying to take care of it in his live stream. That would be crazy. Jim's going to have a dinner. Well, thanks for stopping by, Jim's Hobby. I appreciate you. Have a great dinner. Awesome, Jims. I'll check it out. Let's see here. Hot Rod. I'll have to find you also. Keep forgetting to search you up. Yeah, Hot Rod, I'll have to figure out. My Facebook's there. If send me a crest if you want to get on there. Oh, Thompson, you don't have to do that. But Thompson, thank you. Thank you so much for that donation. I appreciate you, brother. Congrats again on getting monetized. If I had it, I'd play it like 5 times for you, because you're my number one supporter besides Derek. I appreciate you. I don't know what else to say. You're going to make me cry on a live stream. Grown men don't cry, they say, right? Oh. Oh. All right, need some water. Just looked over here. We got 16 thumbs up. I appreciate everybody for sharing me out. Awesome. We got 14 in the chat going strong right now. I appreciate everybody. But yeah, so what else we want to talk about? Talked about my obsession with Derek's from Derek AZRC, really good friend. He actually only lives about 3 miles from me. And he actually found me on a live stream. I decided I wanted to do a live stream, and I was sitting there. I had a beer sitting in front of me. It was only like a 25-minute live stream. And he was the only one that came in besides my kids. My kids would jump in. My kids don't even jump into my live streams now. You know, the only one that was true to doing it is now probably sleeping right now. And he is stationed in Poland, and he would always be in my live stream. My daughter would always be in there, but she don't get out of school for another hour. So she's still in school because it's only 2:30 in the afternoon here. Pokerossi, you are amazing. And I appreciate that dono, brother. Thank you again. And now I feel kind of bad that I don't have that little button to press like everybody else to appreciate you. But I do appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Everybody's talking. CK Hot Rod's talking. Fire it up, Hot Rod. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, Pogarossi said Thompson is an amazing person. Oh, I should be doing this to you guys. I am horrible at that. See, I didn't even know about it because this is like my first live stream since I had this ability to do it. So I don't know if I like that. Let's see what we can do to change it to. That's way too big. All right, we'll do the bubbles. We'll do the bubbles. All right, let's go back to the comments. Yeah, take care, CK. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you on the other side of one of your videos and then maybe and hopefully in another live stream. This is your second one you've been to. I appreciate you. All right, so yes, so now I feel kind of bad I didn't have Thompson up there, but Pogarossi and that amazing donation, you rock. Yeah, Poker Thompson, and he's an awesome dude. Even though I've never met him in person, it will happen eventually here. Hopefully, in the next year or so, I'm going to make a trip out that way, and we'll stop by. We'll stop by out there in you're in is it Cincinnati area? You're in Ohio? Is that where it's at, Thompson? I can't remember. I'd have to look back at your address. I know I have it somewhere because I've sent you stuff, but. Yep. He's been my diehard, and every time I do a live stream, doesn't matter what he's doing. He could probably have 4 different live streams up, but at least he's in my live stream and he jumps in and chats. It's amazing, the support that man right there does. I appreciate him. And it's probably the reason why I'm cycling currently over on my other screen over here. I'm cycling through every single one of his videos to see if we can get his watch time up. I noticed it worked on mine by having one of my other accounts up, and I cycled through some of my videos a couple of times. It increased my watch hours for that day. Every little bit helped, but I was only like 300 watch hours behind, and I did that, and just my normal progression I was doing, it just made it probably a couple of days sooner. But Fonzie says, okay, I think I will have to do some live streams at some point to get the hours up and interact with Yes, Fonzie RC, definitely start doing a live stream. You got to kind of do what everybody else does. We get it posted up before, especially since, you're going to be new into the live streaming and all that stuff. Do it a day before, post it up, because then people should get some alerts. I know there were people like Hannah was in here. She didn't get an alert on my live stream, but when I was in Marcia's channel for her live stream earlier today, I had mentioned that I was going live today, and she was like, I didn't get an alert. And so that does happen. It does happen, Fonzie, but definitely make sure you do it. And then what I've also seen is that once you do it, share it in your community tab, because then when people, especially on their phones, when they bring them up, first when they bring up YouTube, all of the people that they're subscribed to, their community tab stuff shows up there, and then they'll see that you have a live stream there too. So that's another good thing. And then also jumping into one of our lives, like if you're gonna say you're gonna go live tomorrow, jumping into one of our lives today and making it. I know it's okay with me. I don't care, and I know that Poker Aussie doesn't care. I know that UK Medic doesn't care. I know that Brooklyn Chick and Hannah, when they do live streams, and also Nitro Freak, all of that, they don't really care if you promote your channel in their stream, especially if you're one of the guys like us and one in the group that we are. Let us know, hey, I'm going to be going live on this date at this time, and we'll be ready for it. We will, especially for you. I want to see more of them links that you did. I just need to get a platform to get them, and then I'm going to order some from you. That's going to be awesome. I've got 2 projects in the mix that we're going to be working on. One of my mechanics wants me to build him it's probably, and Hot Rod, you're going to know about this, because I've got to get with you to get a parts list. I just haven't decided which way we're going yet. But he wants to build a gas-powered 5th scale. But I guess he wants to put a bigger motor in it than we would probably be able to put inside of a Losi 5T. So we're going to have to go with one of the other platforms that would accommodate a bigger motor. But yet I still don't know what motor we're going to put in it yet. We're going to be building it completely from scratch. And I'm saying we, but it's going to be me. I'm going to be building it here on the channel. We'll probably do some of it on the live. But I am going to rely on all you 5th scale gas guys to help me with it, because I've never done one before. I've worked on nitro. I've worked on electric. All of mine currently are all electric, except for this one all the way up at the top, which is my buggy, but it doesn't even have a nitro engine in it yet. But I'm going to be getting a nitro engine for that for my son. But when it comes down to the knowing the ins and outs, I'm going to definitely be relying on you gas guys to help me out. Jeremy T, I don't know if he's still in the chat, but when it comes down to it, I'll probably be reaching out to him too, just for questions and, on how we're going to do it, because I don't want to put out the wrong information either. So we're going to be building that on the channel. Looks like it's going to be starting pretty soon, as soon as we figure out exactly what we're going to need. So you 5th scale Baja or the Los, yeah. I believe if it's correct, I'm not sure if Hot Rod, you're still in here. I believe like in the 5T, we can only go to the 55, right? Is that the biggest that we can go on that before we run into gear issues? I don't remember. I think you built one and you put the biggest motor you could in your 5T, right, Hot Rod? No worries, Fonzie RC. I will definitely be reaching out to you, and definitely we'll be talking more on live stream. Especially if you have a live stream, I'm more than welcome to jump into your live stream too. They saved the 50 GT, yeah. So I know that he was looking at that. Was it the 88 that they just came out with? He was looking at that size of a motor, but like in my conversations with Nitro, he said, no way, you're not going to be able to put that in a 5T. We've got, there's a different platform that you're going to need for that. But the thing is that what he wants to do with it, Hot Rod, is he wants to beef up the suspension on it. And with beefing up that suspension, he wants to take the wobble out of it. So what he's talking about wobbling is when I run my Arrma, let's see if I make sure I'm pointing at the right one. This is my Arrma Kraton XL. It has emulsion shock caps on it. So when I rebuilt the shocks, I put these emulsion shock caps on it, which basically you take all of the air out of the shocks. The standard shocks has this little rubber gasket in the top of it that screws down and it keeps a little air bubble on the top. But when you go into those emulsion shocks, when it's slammed down, you jump it off of a ramp and it slams down, it slowly it just doesn't pop up. So you don't get that springy bounciness. He wants to be able to take that bounciness out when he's running. So if he's running across the ground, he doesn't want it bouncing around like this. So we got to kind of figure out what platform we're going to start with to do this. Let's see here. What do I but it will kill parts. I have a 65 in it now, but it's built to the hilt. Well, yeah, you guys, have you seen your shocks? It's like little baby arms sticking off of, as your linkage, the Fonzie links. It's little baby arms on there. They make a kit for it. Oh, it is too much. Yeah. So I'm not quite sure exactly what we're going to do with. He's waiting on me to make a decision and show him and convince him that this is the path we want to go. The guy that I'm doing this for, he's actually been in my live streams before. He's the one that I just messaged that he's probably still working right now. And his name's Alan. He's comes into my chat all the time. He's the one that wants me to build this, what he's calling his ultimate fifth scale. So we will see. We'll see. Before we make a decision, I'll probably get a hold of you, Hot Rod, and Fonzie and Nitro, and we'll talk about making sure I get the right parts moving forward. Oh, Alan is here. See, Alan, we've been talking about you, talking about your build, and you ain't even been chiming in. You're here, sort of. Are you taking a nap? Mike has an 88 kit, but it's way too much power. I have in my Outlaw, and I break parts like crazy. Yeah, I was actually looking at that Taylor's Outlaw roller that you can get, the chassis and stuff like that, but we haven't really we're still on the fence. We want to figure the route we want to go. We don't know if we wanted to go with a buggy and try to make it kind of like a rock racer type thing, but ultimately wanting to take that bounce out of the suspension is what we need to be concentrated on. Yes, sir, Fonzie. The guy that's right above you in the message, that's Alan. That's the guy that we're going to be building this for. So, Alan, Fonzie RC right below you, he manufactures the biggest, baddest links for these fifth scales that are made on the market. So we'll definitely be incorporating his links into this build. I know that I think Hot Rod's the first one that bought these links and made Nitro jealous, but definitely, definitely you should follow his channel, Alan. Somebody can drop Fonzie RC's link. I don't know if somebody's done that yet. So Alan can find him. And we'll definitely be getting that those links. We just got to figure out which platform we're going to go with. And if it happens to be a platform you don't build links for, then I guess we're going to be talking some more about what we can do to make those links work. There you go, Alan. There's Fonzie RC's link. He is in the UK, so he gets all the perks from out there that we don't get, along with Poker Aussie, but Poker Aussie is a little bit farther north. See, I asked him to my resource. Oh, you added him to yep. Yes, definitely we're going to add him to that list. And I actually met him on the first time I talked to him was the other night. I believe it was Sunday. Yesterday was Monday. Yeah, so I think it was Sunday on Nitro's live stream that Fonzie RC just got done with his bash session and jumped on the panel up there, and we talked, and Yeah, he's got some great products there. And I do have his link for his where we can get his parts from. So I believe it's a subdirectory through one of Taylor RC's. What is that channel name? I don't have it saved over here. I have to get it off my other stream. Yep. But we got the link to go look at what he has to offer for those. Like I said, they're like little tiny baby arms that come off of your RC, and they don't want to bend. I guess he says they will break, but at least a couple of tumble-wumbles and we're good. All right, so we're still up to 11 people watching, 16 thumbs up. That's awesome. We've been going for almost an hour now. Doing good. That's right, Detroit Performance. That's where it's on their website, Alan. That's where you get their parts his parts from. So you can actually go to their website, Detroit Performance, and you can select the Fonzie RC or Fonzie link and for Fonzie parts, and it brings up all the different links that he has. They have other manufacturers that are on there too, but the only ones we care about right now are Fonzie's. Yeah, and Taylor RC if you're buying them from the UK. Yep. I think the link that he gave me that's on my other computer was he dropped into the chat on Nitro's stream, which was the Detroit Performance one. Yep. I just saved that. Thank you, Hot Rod. I just saved that link to this computer, so I have it here too. Definitely cool. Let's see here. Trying to get over to my analytics and see how everything's doing on here. If it'll allow me. It's being a pain in the butt right now. My computer is screaming at me. Hey, no worries, Fonzie. We will always support. Oh, what flavor am I vaping? So that's kind of interesting. So it is this bottle flavoring. So back in the day, I've been vaping for probably 6 years now, 7 years. Back in the day, I actually used to go and buy my e-juice and all that stuff down at the local hobby store. And then I had issues with the flavor. I wanted more flavor and I didn't want to taste air. So I did research on how to make e-juice myself. And this was, 5 years ago. And figured out how to make it, what my limitations were. There was a couple of good YouTubers out there that kind of showed you it. And then there was a guy that had this little spreadsheet that he would track his percentages on what he could or what he was going to put into it. And so I started doing all of that research and figured out how to make it for myself. And then there's a lot of bad stuff you can get into it. Like you had people that had popcorn lung. You had people that were getting breathing problems because of the type. So I did all the research to figure out what companies to buy my flavoring from, because really all they're using is the flavoring you would for baking. and put it into, it's the same type of flavoring. But it was all PG base, or the propa, I can't even pronounce the scientific term. But anyway, so I made mine VG base, which is all vegetable glycerin. And so I make my own e-juice. And for the last couple of years, I've been actually doing what is called a strawberry limeade, or strawberry lemonade. And so I actually have a cabinet that sets up in here in my closet that has all of my e-juice in it. I buy my nicotine in a liquid form. It has like 100 milligrams per milliliter solution in it. And then I have my own spreadsheet that I've created, and that I make my own. I can make my own flavors. Now, I max my flavoring out, and then I also make. I started making a bunch of other flavors. Like I made a coffee, kind of like a white chocolate caramel coffee flavoring, and I didn't really like it. But my wife at the time my wife out here, she was smoking, and she took a hit of it, and she goes, "Oh, that's pretty good. Just leave that sit there." And so she accidentally quit and started vaping the coffee flavoring, and that's all she vapes now. She hasn't smoked any cigarettes, but she loves that same flavoring. She smoked the same flavoring for the last 5 years, and she loves it. So I started my own e-juice business back before the FDA got involved, and I was making and selling my e-juice inside of about 3 different vape stores here in Arizona, and was making a killing out of it until they turned around and the FDA got involved and decided they wanted to basically each recipe I was going to have to pay $10,000 for a licensing fee for that and a certification so I could sell the flavoring. And who has 10 grand just sitting around to get one flavoring in the store? And I had probably 15 different flavors in the store. So yeah, I did all that. So I stopped selling it, shut all that business down, went back to work for real people. And now I just make it for me. I have all of the stuff to buy the nicotine, so I just kept that stuff going, and I don't have to have anything else. I get it locally here at the nicotine. I think it's Liquid Nicotine Wholesalers here in Arizona. They are down by the airport where I work, and I swing in there and I pick up a jug of their nicotine, and lasts me a while. Yes, yeah, Hot Rod. The government's always got to get their cut. Fonzie, you said it smells really good. Yeah, it does. It does. I don't know. My actual mechanic that's in the stream here, Alan, keeps hounding me to make him some, to bring some in, and I keep forgetting to do it. But I might make a bottle of it up tonight and bring it in to him so he can have some. And no worries, Fonzie. You can't. There's nothing you can ask me. I'll tell you. Other than the fact I won't share my spreadsheet, because it took me forever to make that spreadsheet on how to make the how to make it. Like my stepson, which is my wife's oldest son, keeps wanting me to show him how I make it, and I refuse to show him. Like, I did all the dang research. It's mine. There could have been several things I could have done on a YouTube channel, and I don't really do it. Like, I love woodworking, but it's too hot in my garage right now to go out and do it. So you guys will probably see some of that in my future videos that are coming for my new indoor crawler course, because I'll be doing some woodworking on that. And I'm actually going to build it just on the other side of this wall, because right behind you guys is the back wall of this bedroom that is my studio. On the other side of that is my living room that is not being used, because we have a family room that's just out here, and that's where we primarily at. That living room used to be kind of like our game room, Then it was our living room for a while, and then out here was our game room, and then I had to move my mom in after my dad passed away, and then that became her living room, and this was her bedroom. And then she decided to move to Montana to live with her sister. So when she moved out, I gained both rooms. And so with the wife wants to build that little crawler course out there. So we have a nice indoor crawler course that's changeable and all that stuff. So we're going to build this big one. We're going to incorporate a fish tank into it to be a lake that the RC crawlers will crawl by. And we're going to have a fish tank underneath that'll have actual fish in it. So we got that coming too. You're not planning on making any. Well, I'd probably send you. I would let you know how to make it. It's been cool being here, but I got to go. We'll chat soon, I'm sure. Take care, everyone. Hey, I appreciate it, Fonzie RC, for stopping by. Thank you so much, and we will definitely be chatting soon. I'm sure Nitro will probably be either live tomorrow or Thursday, so be looking for his. I know that Pogarasi also does a live stream, so be looking for his live stream. He has a really good stream and community that comes and supports him. So definitely go check them all out. Jeremy T, I haven't seen him do any lives yet. Hot Rod's done some, but he's been so busy, with his day job that he hasn't really had any chances to do a live, So, but Hot Rod does do lives every once in a while, so keep an eye out for that one. I need to get back to that screen. And let's see here. Still got 11 people in the chat. That's awesome. 17 thumbs up. I appreciate every single one of you. Well, Jeremy, your live's going to blow up immediately you start doing lives, because we're all going to be in there. With as much as you've supported all of us out here, we will definitely be there to support you. Oh, wow. So actually we have 16 people in the live now, and we've got 19 thumbs up. So we're doing good. You guys almost have doubled my thumbs up from my normal live streams. We need a super chat war. Yes, we do. On Jeremy T's RC. Yes, because I think is the one that started that one over on Nitro's, and was like, Nitro kept saying no, and he was like, what did you say, as he posted another one. And then that, of course, got you going, Poker, and and then Marines and Army Mom, and then Thompson jumps in. It was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, he's gonna have to watch himself when he goes live. for sure. Eventually he will get it done. Yes, he will. Yep. So next, what's coming up for the channel is, of course, I'm going to do the unboxing of these two Max Smashers. I'm going to do them together on one stream, or one video. Then we'll have them both sitting here on the workbench. We're going to talk through some of the features about them. They are going to stay stock for first, right off the bat, and then we're going to go play with them for a little bit, and then get some running video of them, and then we'll do kind of a final thoughts on it and go from there and see where we want to go. If there's any kind of upgrades we need to do. I do. That's what's called work. Yes, you do. You are the mastermind in some power plant. Yes, you are, Jeremy T. You are an amazing person. And I'm kind of jealous of your RC room because you get a bigger RC room. Although I think I have a bigger room than some people. But it's a lot bigger than what I had sitting in the garage. My little section of the garage that I had, it was, but what was a lifesaver is building this rack here. This is the rack that I was telling Nitro in his stream about, that down here on the bottom right here is my Outcast 8S. That's a 5th scale. And I can actually stand on those 2x4s that come out from the wall right there. I can actually stand and it'll support my weight. I think it will support those larger night or gas RCs. So if it'll support my 200 pounds, it'll definitely support a 54-pound gas rig. But I can get, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can put 8 RCs on that one rack. And then on the other one over there is my crawler ones, which isn't built as tough. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can put 10 on my crawler rack over there. So I have more wall space that's over here that I could put another rack if I needed to. And then I have this whole area above me that's available, even above my closet and above my doors, that I could build some more racking to put more RCs if I need to. So there's plenty of room in here I can probably fit probably 100 big RCs just in here itself. I mean, just on that wall there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 17 there. And then I have setting over here on top of my toolbox is where my that's my Tamiya lunchbox I have setting over there. And then the 2 Max Smashers, they'll go up on my 24 scale rack up here, which I can fit 16 24 scales just all up on this side right here. Now I don't have 16. I've only got I have 9 SCX 24s, 2 AX 24s, and a TRX 4M is what I got right now. So I actually had 11 SCX 24s, but I disassembled 2 of them to pull the electronics out of it to do a build I haven't even talked about yet, and that is this guy. And this is my Jeep build. And actually I did a whole chassis upgrade on the whole thing. So I did that, and I needed the electronics out of one of my hard body builds that I really wasn't happy with. I had fun doing the hard body builds, and I've got these, I still have the bodies setting right here. They turned out amazing, but the only issue I have is it made it look more like a monster truck than a crawler because it sat so, oh my gosh, Pokerossi, I'm talking. Thank you, brother. Pokerossi, you're awesome. Let me put that up on the screen. I'm waiting to do my first super chat to my friend Jeremy T. You rock, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You're always awesome and a huge supporter of all of us that have been doing these live streams in the RC community too. I appreciate you. And if I had the little plaything, I'd be pushing that button right now. But yeah, so I didn't like how it turned out with how high it sat on the body. I had to have these extensions come down to get it up because I wanted to put the interior. Now, if I didn't put the interior in it, I'd probably be able to get them a little bit lower on there. And maybe that's the route I'm going to have to do, is just sacrifice having an interior in them to run these hard bodies like this. If I did kind of like a Jeep one like this, if I got a scale model of a Jeep, I think I might be able to do it a little bit better. But I wanted to do pickup trucks. And I did another one up here that I messed it up. I don't like showing it on camera, but it's a 56 Chevy Bel Air that I did. But still, it was setting up really high. It was like a monster truck. And you saw the chassis and everything underneath. Not something you really want in a crawler. So with that being said, I don't really, didn't really like them. My favorite ones are these little guys. And these are called the AX24. And these ones, you've got four-way steer. These are awesome. So these guys, I've got some plans for upgrading the, I already upgraded the servos in them that do the steering, but the electronics is my problem. I want to make them perform a little bit better. So with the electronics, we're going to have to do some upgrading. We're going to make this thing brushless. Probably going to do like a Furatech. Furatech makes a motor combination they sell for them. So I'm probably going to be jumping in and doing those. I actually have two of them. I have both. They came out with two colors. They have the orange one, and then they had the green, but it's more of a kind of a black and green. But we have this one here, which same thing. I'm running. I upgraded the servos on them. I just need to do some electronics upgrades. I want to make a little LED light bar that goes along the top that lights up, and I want to be able to control it from my controller. So I'm working on getting that designed up so I can have a little light bar at the top. Because currently right now, the only lights these things have are right here, and they're rock lights that are right inside, one on the front and the back on each side of the skid plate. So I want to get that project going. And then that should probably finish out my summer here. And then I can get back into the big boys. October, the end of October is our bash. So I'll be taking all these bad boys out, and we're getting a lot of footage of the AZRC Bashers Bash. I do a monthly video on the different events they have. Sometimes it's 3 events, sometimes there's 4 events. Depending on if sometimes my footage doesn't turn out the greatest for all of the events, so I end up having to kind of doing like one video that talks about them all, just so I can get a good video of them. But I really jump in and do a lot of video on all of those events, so that'll definitely be coming. See, we still got 13 people in the house. Appreciate every single one of you. And also 19 thumbs up. And we've been streaming for, looks like an hour and 14 minutes. So we're getting close. I'm going to take this all the way till, I guess it's 4 p.m. I got Mountain Standard Time. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then we're gonna cut the live off by then, and so we got about another 45 minutes of figuring out something to talk about. I know a lot of people are not too interested in like these little 24 scales. I have done quite a bit with my larger crawlers, and we're going to be getting into doing some more stuff in it. Plus, there's a new crawler that I want to get to add to my collection. I'd like to get that and get going on that. I do have a couple of my older crawlers that are down. These two guys right here. These two guys are Element Enduro Builders Kit 2 crawler builds that I did. I'm going to probably finish. I got to put tires on the one and get those. I'm going to probably put those up for sale so I can rehome those to somebody that'll use them, because I really don't use them anymore. Because my favorite one is my Axial Base Camp right here. And that thing every time I use that thing, it just surprises the heck out of me. I love it. to the fact I bought two more, one for the wife and one for the kid. They got those for Christmas this last year, and they enjoyed them, upgraded them. They run good. But I really want to try to build an actual comp RC with a hard body that I can go out to some of these comp events, because they do a lot of competition events here in Arizona out on the east side. I'd like to go participate in them. I could take my base camp out there and probably do it, but I need to put a hard body on it in order to actually, be considered legal for their event. That might be the case. I might do that, but I'd like to also get that Axial has come out with their Pro Kit, and with their Basecamp Pro Kit, I'd like to get that and build or it's not a Basecamp, it's just the Axial SCX 10 Pro. I'd like to get that and start building an actual comp rig. And I might actually want to do two of them, one for the wife too, so the wife can participate. So that might be part of my winter projects coming on that. And then we'll see. I got this build with Alan to do for a fist scale. I want to get me a new fist scale, and it's gonna be cool. I want to join the gas armada like everybody else. Hey, Alan, I just forwarded you a number. I don't know who that is, but they're texting me from work. It's not programmed in my phone. Just figured I'd let you know. I don't know who they are. Yes, Hot Rod. Gas is going to spend a lot of money. I expect that. I expect that it's not something that's going to happen overnight, and that's why I'm going to downsize some of my RCs. I get rid of some of these ones I don't use. Like I don't use these two crawlers. I really don't play with my Outcast 8S as much because it's just, I get more joy out of playing with my XL up here than I do playing with that bad boy. And it's not because it's big. It's just, it tends to, it needs better shocks and all that kind of stuff. Needs better suspension, I think, for my driving style, because I'm not the greatest driver. So I do think it needs to be beefed up, but it rips. I mean, my wife rips around with that thing, and she calls it the bigger, blacker Betty. And because her Betty is the 8th scale version right here. And so that's Black Betty. And then you got the bigger, blacker Betty. And then this is Little Blue Betty. And that's my son's. And they're all the same name. They're all an Outcast. Except for this one's a 4S. That's a 6S. And that one's the 8S. You're drifting. Oh, Hot Rod, you poking at Jeremy again? Yeah, so I tried to break into kind of the street RCs, and I got the Arma Felony. Now, I got that one on a trade-in. Somebody wanted one of my RCs and asked if I was interested in trading for the Arma Felony. And basically the RC I was trading was only probably worth about $450. And the Arma Felony, and this was a year ago. Yeah, a year ago. It was probably this time last year. The guy with the Arma Felony You know, it was probably worth $600. So I figured I was getting a better end of the deal, and so I got it. And I took it completely apart because it was dirty. They didn't take care of it, and cleaned it all up. And I've probably got 5 or 6 run videos of it out there, plus my rebuild on it. And then I did an upgrade on some carbon fiber on that I did on it, and did all that carbon fiber. And it's an amazing car, and it runs amazing. I just have not taken it out since I put all the carbon fiber on it, because the tires that are on it, it's like 60 to 80 bucks to buy a new set of tires. And if I go take it out, I can get probably 2 runs on that before I got to buy new tires. So it already has 1 run on it. So I know that if I take it out, I'm going to have to buy another set of tires for it. So I just don't know if I really want to spend that much money on tires. It's expensive. They're nice tires though, and they stick to the ground, and you can drift that thing awesome. But when you start drifting it is when you burn through the rubber. Yep. So Hot Rod, did you and Nitro figure out what kind of gas you guys are going to be going to? Are you guys going to go to that VP, or are you guys going to try out that other guy that Mike Nitro's supposed to meet up with? Still got 11 people in the chat, 20 thumbs up. That's awesome. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate Pogarasi and Jeremy T, not Jeremy, Pogarasi and Thompson RC for the awesome donos in tonight's live. That is awesome. That was, not expected, and I appreciate you guys for doing it. Kings, you don't run because of the cost of fuel. Yeah, and I guess that's also an issue. I haven't really looked into what the cost of fuel is going to be to run this. And I guess the bigger the motor, the more fuel it's going to take, right? I've the sponsor of the AZRC Bashers that I participate in is sponsored by Red Cat, and there's a lot of guys that run around with those Red Cat gas ones out there. They've forgotten the Chimera, and can't remember the other one. It starts with an R, but is it the Rampage? I think is what it is. And those guys have a blast. And actually, on my last, not my last bash, but the bash before that, so it was my February bash that we went to, a guy in the valley had like 4 different Kraken RCs, and then he bought a brand new Gravedigger, the Raminator edition, or the Raminator Gravedigger edition, and the anniversary one in itself, the special edition one. And he brought that bad boy out and he ripped it. So I got some video of it up on my channel. I did a YouTube short on it before he even got it dirty. That thing is huge. I just don't know if that's something that I would want to spend like $6,000 just to buy that. Not even the upgrades, but it's like, they're expensive. And that's just the buy-in. That's not even, upgrade parts. Like, at least getting into the gas industry, if you buy just the platform itself, like even if it's a brand new 5T, at least that's $1,600, plus tax. That's a lot easier to choke down than spending $6,000 right off the pop, and you haven't even had a chance to put fuel in it yet. All right, what time are we setting at? We're at an hour and 25 minutes. We got about another 35 minutes that I'd like to run the stream for. Anybody got any other topics, or you want me to just continue rambling on about my RCs? So the other thing I was going to tell you guys about was that, back when I was a kid, my mom was actually a certified soldering instructor for the government. She actually worked as a government contractor in teaching mil-spec soldering. So she would teach military and also people from like NASA and, all of that taught them different stages and different levels on how to solder. And so I got my soldering instruction when I was a kid was all from my mom. And then I actually went to school when I was in the military. I was actually stationed in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii at the time. I went out there and I got certified in both miniature and micro miniature soldering. So, miniature soldering is just regular soldering on a board where you're going to do, component replacement and all that stuff. But then the micro miniature is actually under a microscope, utilizing a microscope and doing actual board repair for the circuit board. So like you have different layers in a circuit board of different trace runs on how to actually go and dig down in there and repair that trace that's inside of the board. I learned all of that when I was my first enlistment in the submarine force. And I was actually the first person in the submarine force that went to that school and got certified for soldering. Normally it was something that the surface fleet always did. They didn't really do that in the submarines. We just always winged it. But when we were underway and you had to fix something, you didn't have another division to go to. It was just you. And yeah, I was in the submarine force 10 years. And I'd do it all over again if I could. But yeah, so I have done a soldering instruction video for RCs. I've done one in the past. I went back and watched it a couple of times, and I really don't like how the video turned out. So that is something else that I plan on doing now that I have this studio and I got better lighting and stuff like that. I'm probably going to do a soldering video on soldering up batteries and motors. And also your ESCs, putting the plugs on your ESCs. So I'll be looking into doing another soldering video on that. I know there's a lot of people that kind of like those introductory videos. I know they don't really get a lot of views. If your channel's fully monetized, you're not going to get a lot of money out of it, but it's really not about that. It's about having the right information. I've seen some of the guys do these soldering videos and it's like they're missing a step. Or they don't show you really good on how to strip the wires. You see the one guy that's sitting there stripping wires on a thing, and he goes like this with his teeth. He goes, I just do it that way. And there's actually damage you can do to the wire by pinching it in your teeth. You don't want to kink your wire like that. It becomes a weak point. So I will probably be looking at bringing another introductory video to it. So I have a RC Basics or RC for Beginners series that I started when I first started this channel. I'm going to be revamping that with some new videos and working on that. I did a whole introductory about getting into the RC hobby, the difference between the hobby grade RC and the Walmart grade or the non-hobby grade RC. I did a whole video. I did a PowerPoint on it and everything, and I talked everybody through it. I think I want to continue on that series and start working on RC education to the people. Like one of my, I guess we'll say my dream that I would really like to do is be able to pass on that RC knowledge to a new generation. So when it comes down to some of the things I would like to do in that aspect is start a program for kids, like maybe even down to the junior high level, college, high school level, maybe even go into elementary level, starting a program of them having an RC and working with a group of them to learn how to work on it, build it up, and then they can maybe go do some racing against each other, in a controlled environment. And, and then if it breaks, teaching them how to fix it, walking them through it, and then letting them do it on their own so they can become more efficient on working on these RCs. I don't know how many times I go into a hobby store, and when I'm in that hobby store, you see all of these RCs sitting down on the ground behind the desk. And whenever you ask them about it, it says, oh yeah, somebody needs these parts replaced. Like, how do you get into this hobby and not work on this stuff yourself? You're already investing all of this money into a hobby, and all you want to do is play with them. Like that's only half of the job when it comes to these RCs. Knowing how to work on them yourself and fix them yourself is part of the fun. You don't get into playing with these things, and then when they break, pass it on to somebody else and say, can you fix it for me? I don't really like that. So getting that, and with the generations that are growing up now, they're getting to that point. Like, even with my kids break it. They come to dad and like, Dad, it's broken. And then they don't like my answers when I say, all right, well, I'm going to get the parts that we need, and then we're going to sit down and you're going to repair it. And my middle son, Ashton, wanted a new crawler for Christmas. So I did. I got him the Vanquished, which I wanted to get for myself, but instead I got it for him. I got him the Vanquish Builder's Kit, which is the portal kit that they make. So it's the Phoenix portal kit, and that thing comes completely disassembled and unpainted body. So with that, I made him sit down and read the manual. We walked through it, and before he even started assembling anything and touching it and everything, we walked through the manual, and he looked at some of the pictures and asked me questions. And then he went back to his room. He sat down, he started putting something together. Then he came out and showed it to me and says, this is what I got so far. And then so I would look at it and I'm like, yeah, you did really good. Now let's go to the next step. And so he ended up building it. And he got the whole thing all built. And then he comes to me and he says, Dad, the only thing I got left is this pin. And I have no idea where it goes. And I looked through the manual and could not figure out in that manual where that pin went. And then we put a battery in it, and you heard the transmission turning, but no spinning on the wheelies. So I pulled the transmission apart, and then I happened to see that there is a gear on the outdrive of the transmission. There's a separate outdrive casing, and inside of there is a gear, and there's a hole that goes through the rod that holds the gear on, but there's no pin in it. And so I go to the drawing and look at it. It doesn't tell you to install the pin. It shows that rod with the pin already in it. So it doesn't physically like show you in the parts description that this pin and this rod are your two pieces. It only shows the rod up there, but you had to kind of guess that extra pin you had went in there. So I showed him what the issue was, and he put the pin in, put the gear back on, it reassembled the transmission back up, and it's been working ever since. So haven't had any issues with it. So I'm really proud of him. He did that at 14 years old. He built that thing all on his own. Now, there's another guy that I follow on YouTube that is also local here, Jim Riggs, which is from Riggs Family RC. Now his youngest son, and believe it's his stepson, but it's still his youngest son, Evan. I think he's like 9 years old, and that kid is almost at my level in building RCs and working on them. It's just amazing on his thought process. His dad bought the TRX 4M and the trailer, and he got so jealous of his dad getting that TRX 4M and the trailer, and he had this other off-brand crawler that he had, little 24 scale crawler. So he took the box that the TRX 4M's trailer came in, and he turned it into a truck bed, and cut it down, and using tape and electrical tape and glue, made his own little shocks out of some plastic, and he made his, not shocks, but leaf springs out of plastic. He made it, took an axle from an old SCX 24, mounted underneath it, put wheels on it, made his own hitch, and hooked it up to the back of his, and the dang thing works. And every time I would see him out at the RC events, he'd have that trailer hooked up, and he's just rolling with it. It was awesome. So it's just that kind of inspiration in a 9-year-old is just amazing. That some of these kids, that they don't do that. They rely on us to do it in our generation. So that's kind of one of my goals. I really want to do is I want to start something that is going to inspire more people to come to this RC hobby. I think it would be awesome. And if they don't have to really have a buy-in for it, I think that's even better for them. That they're going to get an RC out of it. They're going to get to play with it. They're going to work with their friends on their RC. So we'll see where I go with that, and seeing if I can get something like that going. That would be awesome. It's definitely a future goal for SK Hobbies. All right. So we got about 20 minutes left. I did drop the link if anybody wants to come up on the panel for 20 minutes and talk. Anybody, or if anybody's got any questions. I know we got 11 people still watching, 21 thumbs up. That's all. You guys totally surpassed my stream of thumbs up and people watching. I think let me go see what it says for let's refresh this. I don't know if I like how that one looks. Let me go to my regular video analytics. And there. Let's see what we got here. There you go. Concurrent viewers. So I peaked out at 16 people so far in this stream. My average is at 11, so it's actually higher. My average on my last two streams were 9 in the chat. So peaked out at 16. That's awesome. Chat messaging seems like it's going pretty good. All right. Let's see what it says for share outs. Oh, it looks like Nitro Freak went live 21 minutes ago. So definitely, I'm sure that's probably where everybody's kind of hanging out in and just giving me the watch time. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Let's see if it'll allow me to bring up his stream without. Oh my gosh. He's got 127 people watching in his stream right now. Oh my gosh. Well, all righty. Well, being that he is live, I am going to go ahead and end this stream early. I appreciate everybody for coming in. Don't forget to check out my my new memberships. That's awesome. I appreciate everybody that super chatted me in this stream. Definitely great. Yeah, I know. I just brought it up over here, Jeremy T. 133. That's the most I've seen in his freaking live stream. That's crazy. But anyways, let's go ahead and we'll end this stream, and that way you guys can concentrate on Nitro, and I'll jump in over there. But once again, thank you, Poker Aussie. Thank you, Thompson, for the donos. Hot Rod, Jeremy T, Kings RC, all of you guys that came in, Hannah. We had Fonzie RC in here for a little bit. We had who else am I missing? Hannah. Alan was in here. CKRC was in here. Or CKRC was in here. We also had Gems RC in here. I appreciate you guys for stopping by and saying hi. But all right, I'll see everybody over in Poker's live stream. I wish it was Poker's live stream. He's awesome. See everybody over in Nitro's live stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bash that bell. I'm Stitch, SK Hobbies AZ, and I'm out.